Hello and welcome. If you love spaces that feel warm, calm, and endlessly flexible, you've found the right video. Today we're diving into decorating with earth tones and white, the timeless duo that can make any room feel grounded, spacious, and inviting. You'll see a series of generic images that illustrate the ideas as we go, so there's a clear path from concept to concrete room. Let's start by understanding what this palette is all about and how to use it without getting bored. First, imagine the colors you would see in nature. Warm browns, sandy beiges, soft taupe, olive greens, terracotta. Colors that feel sun-kissed and organic. These are earth tones. They anchor a space with a sense of stability and comfort. White isn't a color in the same way, but it acts like a bright counterpoint, an amplifier for texture, a reflector of light, and a unifier that makes other tones feel cohesive. When you combine earth tones with white, you get a versatile look that works in modern, rustic, or classic settings, and it scales from small apartments to large homes. Now, as you look at the first image on screen, notice how the base in this photo is a warm tan wall paired with a clean white sofa. The wall color isn't loud, but it's rich enough to ground the space. The white sofa reads fresh and crisp, and the contrast is soft rather than stark. This is a perfect example of starting with a warm base and letting white do the lifting, brightening corners, highlighting edges, and giving your eyes places to rest. Choosing your base. There are two common routes. Route 1 is a warm beige or gris, a mix of gray and beige, as the predominant color. Route 2 leans toward a cooler white with slightly warmer undertones in trims, or furniture. The key is consistency. If you choose a warm base, keep the whites warm, think eggshell, ivory, or creamy white rather than pure, cool white. If you lean cool, you can still use earth tones, but pick warm neutrals with orange or yellow tinge undertones for balance. The second image you're seeing shows a living room where the walls are a soft taupe and the ceilings and trims are white. Notice how the white elements, windows, shelving, and a light-toned rug, keep the room from feeling heavy. Texture is what brings this palette to life. A single color can feel flat without tactile richness. The third image displays a woven jute rug, linen curtains, and a chunky knit throw layered over a smooth leather chair. The textures create depth, even when the color palette stays quiet. When you decorate with earth tones and white, texture becomes the loudest element. Use a mix of rough and smooth surfaces, stone or brick for warmth, wood for organic lines, wool and boucle for softness, and metal accents for a hint of shine that doesn't compete with the calm mood. Let's talk about accent colors and pattern without stepping away from the core palette. In the next frame, you'll see a room where a few carefully chosen accents, terracotta vases, a moss green pillow, and a charcoal throw, appear against an ivory backdrop. The trick is repetition and scale. Repeat a color in small doses across different objects. A vase on a coffee table, a lampshade in the corner, a framed print on the wall. For patterns, balance is essential. If you use a bold pattern on a rug, keep cushions and curtains solid or softly patterned in the other direction. And always anchor patterns with white or a neutral base so the overall look remains calm rather than busy. Consider lighting as a design element. The next image demonstrates layered lighting, a warm ceiling light, a couple of floor lamps with soft amber bulbs, and a table lamp near a seating area. White walls reflect natural light during the day, but as the sun goes down, the right lighting makes earth tones glow. Choose bulbs in the 2700K3000K range for a cozy, sunlit feel. Dimming switches are a small detail that goes a long way, letting you shift the room from bright, productive daylight to intimate evening ambience. If you can, place your seating to make the most of any natural light from windows. In the image, the sofa faces a large window, so the space feels open and inviting even with darker woods and textiles present. Now, let's walk through room by room, still using generic visuals, to show how this palette translates across spaces. Living room. The big, open photo shows a wide seating arrangement with a beige sofa, white upholstered chairs, and a wood coffee table. The carpet is a soft, textured cream, and there's a stone fireplace or a stone feature wall in the background. The aim here is to create a gentle, cohesive backdrop. Keep wall art minimal and use frames in natural wood tones or black metal for contrast. Add plants for a seasonal green pop that doesn't overwhelm the earth tone scheme. The result should feel inviting for conversations and comfortable for lounging, an everyday sanctuary. Dining area. In the dining shot, you see a wooden table with a lighter, nearly white tabletop and white or light-colored chairs. A woven pendant lamp hangs above, casting a warm glow. A simple centerpiece, think terracotta numbers, dried grasses, or a ceramic vase, gives a natural focal point. The wall behind might be painted in a warm sand color, with a single large mirror or a minimal gallery wall to reflect light and keep the space feeling expansive. Bedroom. The bedroom image shows a low-profile bed with white linens and a taupe comforter, plus a textured throw that echoes the rug. Nightstands in a natural wood finish hold small lamps with warm light. A large headboard in a soft oat color ties the whole space together. Here, you want to feel cocooned, soft textures, quiet tones, and enough white to keep the space airy. Use blackout curtains or light filtering drapes to control the amount of natural light and preserve the tranquil feel. Kitchen and nook. The kitchen photo demonstrates how earth tones and white translate into functional spaces. Think white cabinets against a warm stone backsplash, wood pantry shelves, and a butcher block island. Keep metal finishes warm, bronze or brass, and choose hardware in a simple, clean style. A couple of open shelves with neutral stoneware, wooden bowls, and linen towels will reinforce the natural, lived-in vibe. Bathroom. The bath image shows white fixtures against warm stone textures and a wood vanity. Textiles and natural fibers like cotton towels or a woven bath mat in cream bring softness. A plant or two adds life. The goal in wet spaces is to maintain a clean, spa-like feel with moisture-friendly textures and colors that stay calm even after a long day. Small spaces and open plans. The next image emphasizes how to stretch the palette in compact layouts. Use one dominant earth tone on the walls, white for large furniture pieces or cabinetry, and a few textural accents. Mirrors help bounce light and visually expand the area. In apartments or lofts, fewer large patterns and more subtle textures keep the space from feeling crowded. The idea is to create a sense of continuity from one area to the next, so the transition between kitchen, living, and dining remains seamless. Seasonal and budget-friendly tweaks. A neutral palette is forgiving, so you can change accents with the seasons. Swap a throw, a rug, or a vase for a quick refresh. In the image sequence, you might see a room updated with autumnal hues, deep terracotta, olive, and a few amber accents, while the base remains white and light. A simple change of textiles breathes new life into the space without a full makeover. Caring for earth tones and white, they're durable, but they aren't maintenance-free. Clean white surfaces regularly to prevent yellowing in tiled areas or on fabrics. Use microfiber cloths or gentler cleaning solutions for wood and stone to preserve their natural warmth. Fabrics like linen and cotton benefit from air drying and occasional professional cleaning when necessary. The texture choices you make should be chosen not only for their looks but for how they wear over time. Personal touches. Finally, your space should tell your story. The visuals might show a guest book on a coffee table, a favorite piece of artwork, or a travel-inspired display. Keep personal items thoughtful and limited in number so they don't compete with the overall calm. The photos remind us that the palette is a framework. Your pieces and memories fill the space with meaning. In summary, decorating with earth tones and white is about balance, texture, and light. Start with a warm base or a crisp white foundation, layer with natural materials, and introduce color slowly through textiles and small accents. Repeat colors and textures across rooms to create harmony. Use lighting to highlight textures, and don't be afraid of white as a canvas that makes everything feel more expansive. With this approach, your home can feel simultaneously grounded and bright, cozy and fresh, intimate and airy. If you enjoyed this tour and want more practical decorating guides like this, be sure to subscribe, like, and click the bell so you don't miss future videos. Tell me in the comments which image you found most inspiring and what room you'd like to see transformed next. Thanks for watching, and happy decorating.